Alright, good Sunday morning from Echo Bay. It's still very early. I think I hear somebody coming. I'm the first one here. I'm supposed to be meeting a friend of mine out here today. We decided to go. We decided to go somewhere else. And then I said, you want to go somewhere where we might catch fish, or you want to go somewhere where I know we'll catch fish? And he said, let's go. He chose option B. So we're here at Echo. So somebody's definitely coming down the road. Anyways, it's a little after 5. I just got to get my poles out. They're already rigged up. Throw them in the boat, throw this thing in the water, and go find some slabbies. So I'm in compliance with the Lake Mead National Recreation Area filming guidelines. Let's not worry about that. Let's just go have an awesome day. Stick around. Alright, we're in the water. It's 59.5 degrees. It's pretty much the same as it was a week ago. Maybe like 0.2 of a degree cooler. But there we go. That's more gooder. Eric's not here yet. Somebody in that great big gigantic ocean going looking boat, he got in the water before I did. I just let my motor warm up. I got my spotlight right down there. I don't want to have any close encounters with freaking trees this week. But we're getting ready to launch. I mean, you know, blast off. You know. Anyways, here we go. Alright, we're in Crappie Central. Nobody else here yet, but I pretty much guarantee you they are coming. I know one person's coming. At least one. Happy days are getting longer day. December 21st. Yay. The end of the mushroom days are a-coming. This is the latest it will be getting light for a while. Yay. Alright, I gotta get some lines out and start catching some fish. And I will tell you what, it is taking a while to put the first one in the boat this morning. I had one on, I lost it. Pretty sure it was a crappie. But that was about a half hour ago. I see one boat up here with me. I don't think that's Eric. I don't see a big white Evan root on the back of it. So he's still somewhere out here. But it usually does pick up later, and we got a little cloud cover today, so hopefully that doesn't mess me up. But who knows? That's why it's fishing, not catching, I guess. Yeah, anything could happen any second, so we're gonna be out here for a while. First one of the morning. I took the chartreuse, so I'm sitting here staring at the other one to watch it bend. Well, that's not a bad fish to start the day. Popped right out. There he is. Thanks for the catch. Later, taters. Good to go. Alright, so far, and this could change, and it probably will change, but it's been the pink jig head with that pink and chartreuse little squirrely tail thing. That if you're in the circle, I've probably sent it to you. Sent you a link for it. But they go back and forth from the pink to the chartreuse jig head. But they started out with the pink. I caught a striper on the chartreuse, and this one over here, he kind of like tapped it, tap, 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 and then it didn't do anything. I picked the pole up and there wasn't anything there. But then the pole just went, and I said, there he is. And he almost choked it, but he didn't. Usually they get it right in their lip. But when he finally decided it was time to eat it, he ate it. So that's like, what is that, 3 or 4? Not what we're after, but I'll take it. Not gonna do it. I almost stuck my thumb in his mouth. stripers will thrash around and stick a freaking hook right into your thumb. It only took me one time having to do on the water surgery to say, I don't want to do that again. Come on. There you go. There you go. Everybody likes striper candy. So my friend Eric is right behind me in his boat. He's attending the Henderson Hookin University of How to Catch Crappie at Stewart's Point, Overton Arm, which is a direct offshoot from the Rob Vegas Life University of How to Catch Crappie in the Overton Arm. I learned pretty quick. Weirdest thing, I pulled up to Rob that day and said, what am I doing wrong? He said, pretty much everything. So he took me to class, gave me a crash course, and I figured it out. Then you just got to find them. Finding them can be frustrating, but once you find them, you find them. Play with his breakfast before he ate it, but he finally ate it. I didn't think he was gonna. Come on. There he is. They're all about the same size today, which, you know, that's not horrible. All right, Irv, Carp Master Irv, this is for you, buddy. These are freaking carp. And they are, I got a fish. They're everywhere. That might be a crappie. Oh, and I just lost him. That's how it happens. Now I'm all messed up. So there I was harassing my little brother Irv, and I lost a fish. That's karma right there. So, and it was a crappie. That was on, see, they're in the process of switching their mind. That was on the chartreuse jig head. The last three have been on the pink. I got the striper on the chartreuse, and then that was a crappie on the chartreuse. So I turned around before I usually do, because I gotta run my buddy Eric down over here, and I gotta throw him a couple of these extremely productive baits. I think he's right there. Right there. So we'll probably get a fish between here and there. But, you know, who knows? It's starting to pick up, I think. Starting to get bigger. There he is. And things are picking up. So we got that going for us. I go to mess around and change the lure, I hook a fish. So that's a smaller one. Big one. They're taking the chartreuse jig heads right in the middle of that. They're taking the chartreuse jig heads right now. So we're in the process of changing that pink one out for a chartreusey, and we're gonna put the one they were biting on back on the chartreuse, or yeah, chartreuse jig head. All right, I just got one. Eric just got one over there too at the same time. So apparently we are in the right location. That's a pretty good one. That was a nice one. It kind of comes and goes today, but right now it's here. It's definitely hit and miss today, but right now it's a hit. So I literally got myself turned around. There he is. All right. The last one kind of turned into a little bit of a nightmare. He hooked himself kind of deep, not choked, but deeper than usual. Bent the jig head. I finally got that out. And then I was releasing him when I threw my grippers in the water, so I had to run them down. But we're back in business now, so went back to kind of about where I hooked him. Turned around and running the same line-ish. So. And they're going back and forth. Pink jig head, chartreuse jig head. So there's no rhyme or reason to it, but it's the same. It's the same swim bait. Something down there at about 9 feet. Oh, this is right where I caught him, right here. All right. Again with the pink. There he is. I gotta work a little bit to get that jig head out. Tapping at it, and I kept missing his hit. Finally, I just picked the pole up and waited for that thump. Good old crappie thump. And there he is. Things are definitely picking up. All right. This one went back to the chartreuse jig head when I was very close to putting 2 pinks up. Very close. I mean, I was like, I had my tackle box out and I was dug out a pink jig head and this pole went whammo. So they're either just picking at it or they're trying to choke it. There's nothing in between. So, but we're not scummed. Definitely got that going. All right, we're going to talk about gear for a second here. This pole right here is Lou's speed skid. Irvin Johnson gave it to me. I immediately threw the reel away because it was almost, well, it was more so garbage than the one I put on it. The reel that's on it is junk. You have to, every time you close the bail, you have to make sure that the line's not tangled. I have no idea what weight or kind of line it is. That is the best performing crappie pole I own. I have a designated freaking Okuma crappie rod right here. It's good. You don't have to do any of the stuff you have to with this one. But that thing outperforms this thing by a long ways. So, you know, big name stuff isn't always the key, you know. Sometimes the stuff that you gotta persuade to work actually works better. Who'd have thunk? Kind of like, you know, give me a car with an ashtray in it and I'll take it. Round point, went to reel my poles up and this guy, I don't know how long I'd been dragging him, but he didn't even, the pole didn't even dip at all. And that was on the Okuma. So, sometimes they're just, sometimes they're weird. Richard, if you're seeing this, which I'm sure you probably are, I can't get a hold of this guy. Nutria is the color of the day. Because Eric and I are just pretty much killing it out here right now. I started out, we both started out with pink and chartreuse, and then he told me to switch. He pulls up and asks me if I got any of this, and I'm like, oh my god, I got bags of that. I usually use those in coves later on in the year. But he said try it, and it's been working. So there you go. Alright, that's going to do it for this one. I know Eric and I did really well. I'm pretty sure everybody else that was up here, 5 of us did pretty well. There's only 5 people up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. There's 4 boats up here, and it's Sunday. And it's gorgeous. It's a little cloudy, but still catching them. That's just, it's noon, and it's time for me. I'm an hour from home, so it's time for me to go. So if you like what you saw, Master Dude floating around over there in the kayak, like, subscribe, give it a share, check out those Amazon links. There's all kinds of good stuff down there. And if you're thinking about a kayak, think about Eco Fishing Shop. That first affiliate link down there, that's my link. Helps me out a lot. Okay? Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the water. I don't know when, I don't know where, but eventually. Probably Tuesday.